Navigating Renaissance friends. It's showtime again. We are on episode 86. And of course, this is your fellow sojourner, your friend, hopefully your best friend, your BFF, your life coach and mentor, navigating the autumn of our life. This is Miss Malu. Everybody calls me Miss Malu Cervantes. And last episode 85, we started with the theme for this month of May. We said possibility, we said revolution, we said transformation, because May, comes from or is named after the Roman goddess of growth and fertility, Maya, and it stands for all of this, right? And I also started with reframing, okay, part of revolutionizing, part of transforming, what we have always been taught as something negative, and which are what? The dark and ugly emotions. When I say the dark and ugly emotions, what are the emotions I'm talking about? I'm talking about anger, jealousy, envy, things like that, which are always deemed to be negative. All right, and we are always taught, how to deny it, how to hide it, how to control it, how to manage it. There's nothing really wrong with managing it, but it's always there, and it will always it would always surface, and because it's a natural way of living. We have both positive and negative feelings. Okay, and I started with the emotion of anger. And we said that anger is simply an energy with a purpose. So it is neutral, all right? And when does it get triggered? All right, it gets triggered when something challenges our values. We have something very important, and something just challenges it, or it how do you disrespects our boundaries. We have boundaries and people just cross it. So somehow we get angry at that, and it disrupts our sense of justice. We don't want to see injustice, so we get very angry inside. So instead of letting anger take over us and become negative, it says we gotta change its direction. That's what we're saying. Okay. Before I went into the second, emotion, I responded to one of the questions asked of me, right? And the question was, Miss Malu, there seems to be a great divide, among my friends, because she loves the programs. So she invited her friends to tune in, all right, and they did. I don't know, 2 episodes, 3 episodes, and then I don't know how many. She didn't really say how many the friends are, Okay, but she said that 2 or 3, love the program, and they have subscribed to it just like me, and the same reason. So they talk and they say, "Oh, it's the same reason," and the overarching reason that they like the YouTube channel, the content per se, is because the content is very, very profound. It's very deep. It's very meaty. It's not something that you just get from the air and you just wing it, just talk about it, talk about one thing, talk about it for 8 minutes and things like that. And they say they learned a lot, they were inspired, they were, they were impacted, some of these things, they are already doing it, and they love it. Okay, so the thing that is very profound, it's very very deep, very inspiring, very the influence, and all of that. And how come they were so divided? Like 3 says, plus her says they love it, and I think the other half says, well, there's really nothing wrong with her content. It's just that it just gives us. Take note, it just gives us nosebleed. I said nosebleed, which means something is just too strong, something too heavy, that it makes your nose bleed. You know, it gives me a nosebleed. Can she talk about something lighter, like if she's if she's talking about 60 years and beyond, maybe how to put makeup to look like 25, maybe how to how to dress, the fashion that will make us look younger, things like that, light-hearted topics. So she started asking me, who is your audience, Miss Malu? I know when you started the YouTube, you simply said, it's really reframing growing old. It's really aging wisely, aging elegantly, aging gracefully. Okay, so it's really just aging wonderfully, the autumn of our life. So well, I said, and of course, the initial audience, were ladies like me, like us, Why, there are not many YouTube content there catering to our age group. There are a lot, Gen Zs, Gen Ys, all of these. Why, another measure, why not give us tips on how to be rich so that at age 60, we can travel the world? How about traveling and things like that? There are a lot of content already out there. My fascinating Renaissance friends, that tells you about where to travel, things like that, how to dress, how to be rich, and all of that. There's just so many. In fact, I'm subscribed to these sites too, But what I wanted is something that I wanted for myself, a community, somebody who can talk to me, deeply about the things which matter, about the existential things in life, like what's purpose, how do we become productive in this world, how can we help people, how can we develop as individuals, because I am a person who loves philosophy, who loves development, who loves learning, and all of that. I want to influence people. That's who my audience is. That's why, the first, I think, first 10 episodes, I would say, how are you, my fascinating Renaissance ladies? Now it has been changed into, welcome my fascinating Renaissance friends, because I think after episode 11, the comments I get also come from males, men. 60 years and beyond, and they were asking me like, why only ladies, why are not including us, because your content is also helping us. I said, oh my gosh, I didn't know that, because my initial audience really are ladies like me. Okay, deep, profound, wide, serious, not really lighthearted and things like that. Okay, and then Mary says, fine. So I said, friends. And then after episode 15, I would get feedback from ladies who are 35, less than 60. We're talking about 40. We're talking about 35. Because they said that they don't have to wait until they're 60 to live the good life that I've been talking about. They want the techniques to start living the good life even before they reach 40, which is midlife. I talked about that. So I said, should I stick to ladies only 60 years and beyond? Should I include the men about 60 years and above? Or should I really be thinking in terms of those who are 60, less than 60, like 50s, the people in their 50s, 40s, as early as 30, 35, because those are, the quarter life challenges. Remember, I'm a trainer. I'm a mentor. I'm a life coach. I know these phases of life. Okay, that's the reason why I now say, how are you? Welcome, my fascinating Renaissance friends, because they're all there. Now, should I continue profound things? Should I continue to be this deep, or should I shift into something lighthearted, like, how, if you're single and you're 60 and beyond, how do you flirt? Okay, so that you can, attract potential, partners. Maybe I should, there's nothing really wrong with that. That's another reframe. Okay, and how do you, maybe how do you spice up your your physical intimacy. Maybe you talk about sex. I'm not a sex therapist. Okay, maybe we can talk about that. Is that lighthearted enough? Okay, that how do you spice up and how do you maintain active sexual life and things like that, or how do you flirt, how do you attract members of the opposite sex. I don't know. Maybe I should. I still think that's important. That's really important for people like us, 60 years and maybe I should, you know. Okay, yeah. Let me think about that. But in terms of makeup, in terms of fashion, in terms of what drinking and things like that, or being rich for that matter, I leave that to the other channels. Okay, I leave that to the other channel. Okay, so I have decided, not to go to the rest of the dark and ugly emotions because I wanted this very clear who my target audience is. All right, people like me. Right, initially, ladies, men came to the picture, and then we have younger people coming into the picture. So now, I will stick to okay. I will stick to the profound things in life. All right, now. Okay, next episode I'll continue with, how do you understand emotion and how can you change? Remember, transform, revolutionary. Okay, possibility. How can we transform dark and ugly emotions into something very, very, very positive? Okay, so I hope I hope I'm able to give you the reason, why the channel exists in the first place, who my audience is. I wish everybody, would like it, but I understand there are certain very, very specific demographics here. Okay? So, again, if it has helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe. We upload photos twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays. Okay? And until then, I'll be seeing you, my friends. Goodbye.